What's happening, Chupacabra Offroad? And looking back on 2019, it was an amazing year. Here's some of my favorite moments. So one of our first big trips of the year was Glamis for President's Day weekend. We thought we were going to be fighting some bad weather, and once we got there, the weather wasn't that bad, but we ended up fighting my razor breaking down. So yeah, the trip started off not going very well, but after we rented a Can-Am, went out and got some duning, shot some cool footage, and at the end of the trip, we had a really fun weekend, and we ended up creating an amazing video with Nathan McBride, and it ended up being our biggest video to date, which has really increased a lot of brand awareness for us. It's been really cool after that video's come out, meeting people who've saying they've seen it, all various places, meeting some of you guys out in the desert, later trips this year, and I think that really more than doubled our subscriber count, which we didn't have that many to begin with, but everyone loves Glamis. Everyone appreciates a really good Glamis video. We got a lot of great feedback that was a great piece of content, and it's really kind of shaped how we think about trying to create better content, particularly out in Glamis as we move forward to 2020. So speaking of adding value, we look back at the videos and the places we went in 2018. We went to a lot of amazing destinations like Moab, even Whistler in Canada. But I know we wanted to add more locations that we hadn't filmed that a lot of you guys in the Southwest can relate to. So top of the list was going to Ocotillo Wells, because I lived in Southern California for a while. I know a lot of you guys in Southern California, that's your easiest and most popular spot to go get to. It's a really fun place to ride, no matter what you've got. Side-by-side, dirt bike, ATV, it's all fun there. There's all different types of terrain. You can put together some really fun loops, and we knew we had to shoot some video out there. So after Glamis, I really wanted to go to Tierra del Sol. I had been to that event several times. I knew the raffle was really, really good. I was gonna bail on the trip though, because I was having the razor issues from the Glamis trip. Well, my good buddy Jim Herkman, he lives out, they got a desert house out there in Salton. He said, come out, you can crash at my house. I even have an extra razor, an RS1 that I could drive. I brought my dirt bike. I figured we'll do a little bit of moto, we'll do a little bit of off-roading, and we'll see, we'll check out the raffle, shoot that for the video, because I don't think people realize how good of a raffle this is and how big and cool of an event it is. So I decided to go, just brought the dirt bike and put 50 bucks in the raffle. You know, when we're out here shooting these videos, I think about what type of story can we tell, you know, so I started documenting buying the raffle tickets and not expecting to win anything, but like that you guys can win stuff. I mean, there's over $100,000 of really cool items that they give away. So, all right, here's the winning ticket. Got 100 entries for the razor giveaway. Hopefully we get lucky. We're all hardcore. We're just sticking it out here, seeing if we can win stuff. I don't believe this. I got caught. 672999 is right there. Okay, pull it out. Pull it out. 5 keys. Okay.
You get a chance to turn the fucking.
It's either gonna fire up.
There's 2 openings.
Exactly. So you're number 1.
No.
Oh!
Number 2. All right, document.
All right, there's key 3.
All right, Nick.
All right.
Show way above the average flow, boy, my life is most dope. No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile. Be something to be happy, don't be laughing like a child. I never thought life could be this sweet. It got me cheesing,
Documenting it, and then lo and behold, I get picked on stage, and amazingly, I end up winning the Razor Turbo S, which was unbelievable. It's so hard to figure out. It's so hard to imagine that I won a $25,000 razor. So Jim, I owe you for life. All the Riviera Desert Rats, you guys, I can't thank you guys enough. Not only was it amazing to win something that valuable, but also something that we're going to use to create more content, which you've seen, which that razor, I won a 2-seater, ended up selling it and buying a 4-seater, which is now one of the Chup Turbo Twins that we were documenting the build process and talking about our upgrades and things that are more relatable to you guys to provide more value for the channel. We do have the Razor race car, but that's really not near as relatable to many of you guys that are not ever going to race, but you're interested in products and accessories for Razors, X3s, that type of thing. So couldn't believe we won it. An amazing experience, definitely a highlight of the year. An amazing trip that I was so close to not even going, but thanks to my buddy offering the hospitality and then entering the raffle, thanks to the guys at Tierra del Sol. We've got some stickers on the car that we're going to run pretty much forever, because if it wasn't for Jim Herkman, if it wasn't for Tierra del Sol, none of that would have happened. I can't thank you guys enough, and we're going to try to pay it forward with using that vehicle to create as much content as we possibly can. So speaking of getting the Razor race car running or not running, we did finally get it running and decided to go take it on the Arizona Peace Trail. I had some friends that invited me. These guys were a really cool group of guys. They were really, really organized, and it made it really easy for me to jump on and go on a 3-day ride, which ended up being 2 really, really long days. But we did the northern part of the Arizona Peace Trail, which was really, really cool experience. It definitely reminded me of multi-day trips I've taken down in Baja, but we've got it in our own backyard. So love seeing all the different types of terrain that Arizona and the whole Southwest has to offer. A lot of people have heard about Peace Trail. I'd heard about it a couple years ago, and I'm excited to complete the lower part of the loop, or the whole loop in general. Might get to do some more of that next year in 2020. But the race car ran great. Definitely wasn't the right tool for the job. Did a lot of slow 4-wheel drive stuff, but had a great experience. Knocked out over 400 plus miles in a couple days, and got to see some really beautiful sights and hang out with a great group of guys, and had an amazing experience. So definitely a highlight for me. Highly recommend Arizona Peace Trail. Check out their website. We're going to put it in the description below. A lot more information, as well as what we posted on our video if you want to check it out, to help you plan your trip with your buddies and have an amazing experience. So another highlight of the year was getting invited by Honda to go test drive the new Talon. We were one of the first people to go get to drive it out in one of my favorite spots, Sand Hollow, Utah. So we had amazing conditions. It was really wet. The dirt was really good, and Honda just put out an amazing event for us. It really helped validify us. We're a small channel, but we were really excited when we got a message to participate first in their unveil, and then later their chance to go drive it. So it was really cool. I've been in the motorcycle industry long before the off-road industry, and had a lot of friends that I ran into. It was cool to see them. I think what Honda did was really smart, and they maximized the leverage of the name Honda to all motorheads. So I met some guys that are really passionate car bloggers, some guys that are dirt bikers, and pretty much everybody who would be potentially interested in a side-by-side, they invited out to let them drive the machine. So it was really a special experience. Really helped grow our brand and validify that, we got invited to such a cool event. So we're really looking forward to attending more events from more OEMs in the future, and also using other vehicles so we can provide more value for you. We kind of only have Razors right now, but we know that a lot of you guys are never going to consider Polaris or want to look at the options, how they compare, and that's what we're going to try to provide. So you're going to see a lot more of that in 2020, and thanks to Honda for including us in the Talon reveal. So racing, we went to the UTV World Champs, and we put together, in my opinion, is probably my favorite video that we've done so far. I know a lot of you guys don't ever race, you might not ever race, and we thought the video turned out really, really good. It didn't get as big of a response as Glamis. That just kind of goes to show you where the market's at and overall interest. But we thought that we wanted to show the whole process of racing, a little bit of behind the scenes with some of our racers that we sponsor, the level of energy, effort, and passion it takes, and what it means for some of those drivers to win that race or to compete on that big stage. It's been a really cool event. It's definitely looked at as one of the biggest events of the year, and we had a good time. We filmed a ton, we worked our tail off, but I love spending a day filming and shooting around and trying to get as many action shots as we could to really put together a great story, and I would love how that video turned out. So moving in later into the year, Camp Razor 2019 was a special event because that's when we finally got our Chup Turbo Twins cars dialed, myself and Andrew. The car had won back in Tierra del Sol. Like I said, we got a 4-seater, got some miles on it, got it all upgraded, documented that whole process. Check the videos out. There's some really good content if you guys are putting together a new side-by-side, particularly a Razor, stuff that we use, stuff we recommend, stuff that we like. And getting to Camp Razor, we were scrambling to get our vehicles done. So just being there, both of the vehicles ran great that weekend. created an awesome video out. I had a great time riding. We were there for almost 4 days, so we had time to really just kind of ride and enjoy, as well as have plenty of time to shoot video and put together what we thought was another amazing Glamis video. So I'm really baffled by how big Camp RZR's got. I think a lot of my friends that go to Glamis all year round say it's become the biggest event of the year, even bigger than any other weekend, even Thanksgiving and New Year's, which was really surprising. I think on one hand, it kind of makes sense because none of us can really go out there all summer, so the anticipation builds. We're excited to be out there, but it's really blown me away. I've been to every Camp RZR since 2013, so I've been to about, 7 in a row now. And to see that grow in terms of just an overall hype event where a lot of people want to go out, it's a really cool thing to watch. So we had pretty good weather. It was fun just being out there, putting in a lot of duning. You know, I hadn't got to dune that much last season, so it was good just to get back and have a fun trip with all the friends. Finally, last highlight of the year, our first race. We got to the starting line, almost a year after building our race car, and we got to the finish line. So we learned a lot. Again, we had a great time and learned so much from our family and friends. Our friends, Roma Motorsports, helped us every step of the way. We probably worked on that car more on the 2 days at the race than we did the month leading up to it. We thought we were ready. We learned that we needed to put a lot more energy in to get better, to get the car sorted out, as well as me eventually learning how to drive that thing faster. But it was literally a dream come true, honestly. Since I was pretty young, I'd always wanted to have an off-road race vehicle. And a lot of that passion really kind of sparked my desire to own my own business and potentially to have the ability to go racing. So definitely a huge check off my bucket list. Now it's going to be how we get competitive, how we push harder, check out all different types of races, Mexico, that type of thing. So the first piece of the puzzle, but an amazing feeling of accomplishment. And honestly, none of that would be possible if it wasn't for you guys. So thanks to all the support that we've had from everybody who watches our videos, likes, subscribes, comments, everybody that follows us on social, everybody that purchases our products. Honestly, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for you. So I can't thank you guys enough for all the success that we've had as a brand, the ability to go out and shoot this content to try to deliver value. And we're so excited, man. The brand's grown pretty quick, and I feel like we haven't even got out of the first inning. We have a much better idea of what we can do to grow our product line, to offer better products with a better value, as well as create more content, and we're super excited. So thanks again. Hope you guys all had a great year. Hope everyone has a great holiday season, and excited to get out there in 2020 and make it our best year yet.